So, welcome to the vlog, y'all. Today is, what is today? It's June 23rd, I think, or 24th. It's the 24th of June. I haven't really, vlogged in almost a month because everything that we've posted has been, pre-filmed. I'm not okay. I'm, physically, mentally, I'm not okay. It's really easy to say oh, I accept this, whatever, when I'm having not as bad of a symptom week or not as bad as a symptom month. And the month of April was so much less bad for me overall than every other month that I've had this entire year. And that was the month that I saw the GI doctor. So when he was like, oh, just accept this, I was having a pretty good month in terms of symptoms. I didn't really post much that month, but the one video that I did post was me eating more food than I normally eat by a lot, and trying that new diet, which it wasn't really the new diet that was helping me. I was just having a better month. So when he told me just to accept it, I was like, okay, because it felt like I was tolerating things. Then May has been rougher, but the plant-based diet felt like it was really helping. Then adding the electrolytes and all the salt felt like it was really helping. And now it's June, and no matter what I do, I feel trapped in my body. I just have this feeling of I want this to end. I want to make it stop, and I can't make it stop. I'll never make it stop. It's just gonna be, I'm just gonna be living in this body forever. I've had a lot of tears this week. My vomiting has been really especially bad this week. I threw up yesterday while I was at work several times. I threw up all over my desk and my chair and my pants at work. Thankfully, my office is a private office, so I just cleaned it up, and thankfully it didn't get on my keyboard, and then got back to work and no one knew, but I was shaking, and it's just frustrating to just have that be okay, puked my guts out at work, that's normal, that's fine, continue on. And that's happened several times where I've thrown up at work. I mean, I've been throwing up at work since 2021 and dealing with it. This is not news. This is not a new thing, but it's just frustrating when it's so uncontrolled. I don't never know when I'm going to puke, and I'm always worried that someone will walk in or see me and I'll be like, I'm sorry. When I'm at work, I throw up in the bathroom, but I couldn't make it to the bathroom, so that's why it happened on my desk. Then there have been some other weird stuff that has happened. I had a weird allergic reaction to the protein smoothie that I've been making for the past week or so. So I don't know what caused the allergic reaction. I really don't know, but my throat swelled up. We had to get Benadryl. That was scary. I've been throwing up a lot at night, and it's been frustrating because I've had vomiting episodes where I'm so nauseous and throwing up so much that my throat is just getting messed up, and I just am crying through it, because sometimes I have vomiting episodes where it feels like I throw up once or twice and it really helps with the nausea, but I've been lately having episodes where the nausea is so bad I'm crying and I'm vomiting for an hour, and I'm still at peak nausea after the vomiting. The vomiting's not helping the nausea. And this entire time that I've been sick, everyone has been trying to tell me that I'm not allowed to be sad about it, and that I'm not allowed to be dramatic, and I'm not allowed to be scared, because everyone just wants me to be okay. Family, friends, everyone just wants me to be okay because they want me to be okay, because they love me. But I have been scared this entire time, and I think I'm allowed to be scared and sad and not really know what to make in these videos or what I want to do. And it made a lot more sense to me when these videos were a journey. I thought it would be a journey to healing, but I'm not going to get better. I have some sort of degenerative condition, and we don't know the root cause of it, and I'm going to get worse, probably forever. And I feel like I'm the only one that knows that, except for Robert, even though I've tried to tell people and they just don't get it. And I think I have a pretty good idea of what the root cause is of my condition, but I don't want to say it on YouTube yet until I'm sure, or until I have a doctor's appointment to look into it. But there's someone that specializes in this particular root cause who works in Chapel Hill. He's not opening up appointments until October, but sometime in October, I'm sure that I will share the news that we're looking into this root cause. but I'm like 90% sure that I found the root cause and it's not curable and it's not something terribly positive. And the reason I'm pretty sure of it is it runs in my family, and I found that out. But I don't want to get into it here yet because it's just not the scope of this video. So there is something I need to do this weekend that I really don't want to do because it's just going to be unpleasant. So remember how I've been like, oh my gosh, you guys, my constipation is so much better ever since I've been eating plant-based and ever since I've been like drinking these Element 1,000 milligrams of sodium packets all the time. I've been like, oh, these are helping so much. It all was. I've been on this dose of Linzess for several months. I have been going back and forth about whether or not we're going to need to increase my dose. Every time that I've thought we would need to increase my dose because of my constipation being so bad, something has changed that. Eventually my intestines stop responding as well. I can't do anything else. I'm eating a plant-based diet, avoiding anything that could possibly slow my intestines down, getting enough fiber. So I'm doing that. Then on top of that, I'm drinking these. On top of that, like I've been taking this for months. And then on top of that, I take this probiotic seed every single day. So I'm doing this. And then on top of that, Robert and I go for a walk every day. And I do gentle yoga to try and like, work through that area. So I'm doing movement-based stuff. I'm doing supplement-based stuff. I'm doing diet-based stuff. I feel like my whole life is about getting my intestines to move, and they're not moving very well. And I've had people ask me about this, so I want to like bring it up here. People ask me all the time, are you still having a bowel movement every day? Yes, most days I have bowel movement every single day, but they're not like this is substantialness of them is decreasing. And even if I do have substantial ones, it's still not getting everything out because I've just gotten backed up again. And now there's like a backlog of backed upness and it's just causing me pain. Like my intestines are hurting me right now. And I had several bowel movements yesterday and some of them did feel like they were getting some stuff out and pretty substantial, good texture, whatever, but it's just not enough. Like once I get super backed up again, like it's just not enough. And honestly, the only way that I think I'm gonna get my intestines moving now is to do a colonoscopy prep style full clear out, because small doses or even like moderate doses of MiraLAX, as we have proven, and that was part of how we diagnosed my intestinal dysmotility, it's like small-ish in the 3 to 5 capsule range of MiraLAX give me overflow diarrhea. They don't like clear everything out. However, when I had my colonoscopy, which was a year and a half ago now, and I'm a lot worse in terms of motility than I was then, but still, when I had my colonoscopy prep, I did do a MiraLAX base prep and I was very cleared out for that colonoscopy. So I'm thinking that once I get in the colonoscopy prep range of MiraLAX dosages, that should be enough to clear me out. The last time that I did one of these, it was in May of 2022. It's been a while since we've done my intestinal dysmotility, like over a year. And I was sad about it then and I'm sad about it now. When I first got prescribed Linzess in May of 2022, I did a colonoscopy prep to prepare for it. And part of why I'm wondering if the Linzess hasn't been working as well this time around, and it's just been working and then not working, and I feel like I've had to force it along by adding these salts and diet changes and supplements and movement, and that may still be the case, but I just think that before I tell my doctor that I need a higher dosage, I should at least do a clear out and see if when everything's clear and then I add the Linzess, if that will help get things to move. Especially with how much vomiting I've had this week, that's a big sign that I'm especially backed up, because yes, I do have vomiting related to my stomach disorder that is separate from my intestines, but often when I have all day vomiting and vomiting episodes that last super long periods of time, that's normally a sign that my stomach is not working right and my intestines are not working right. And just the level of intensity of my vomiting episodes and the uncontrollability just seems like a sign that I'm backed up, especially given that I feel backed up and I feel constipated and I have for a couple of weeks. It's a degenerative condition and my intestines love not working, and so they just find a way to outsmart everything that I do, because no matter what I do, I'm in this position. I'm fighting a losing battle, it feels like. And it's just very hard mentally to keep pushing myself forward when it's like, I can never catch up with the progression. I'm throwing everything at this and then it keeps progressing. It'd be one thing if we were like, okay, here's the protocol, Linzess, probiotics, salt, and like I have the protocol and that just works. That would be great. But something works for a while and then it degenerates again and I have to start over. And it's just so frustrating. Anyway, let me get some MiraLAX mixed up and we can just start going with that.
Before I destroy my stomach with MiraLAX, I'm having a protein bar. It's chocolate peanut butter cup, and it tastes really good. And it's plant-based. How is it so good? How do they achieve this? So these are ALOHA bars. This one is peanut butter chip. I'm not sure how it's different from peanut butter cup. I also have fudge brownie, haven't tried it. I like coconut chocolate almond a lot because it has 4 grams less fiber than most of the other ones. So I like this one the best. This one is crushed. And my favorite flavor that Robert got for me in bulk recently. We have chocolate mint, but I think I'm liking peanut butter cup better. So I'm gonna have to ask Robert to get me some peanut butter cup in bulk. I like these because they're very soft. This flavor has some pieces in it, but this flavor and these are really, really soft. They are totally ground up. They have a good amount of calories. Well, maybe not as much as you would want, but between like 220 and 260 calories. And they have 14 grams of plant-based protein. They do have a lot of fiber. That's like their one caveat, but for some reason in this form, maybe because they're such a small volume compared to like a protein shake or something that has water in it, because this is a really small volume, I actually tolerate the fiber in them. I mean, I've still thrown these up before because I throw everything up at some point, but I like them. I've been eating a lot of these lately. I don't know, whenever I start to just feel really overwhelmed by food, I can't eat anything and like my symptoms are going crazy. Like I need something that's like comforting, and for some reason protein bars are like a comfort food for me. And so when I find one that kind of sits well, that has good nutrition that I like, and I'm in a bad place mentally, I just start eating a lot of protein bars. And I'm not gonna lie, I think yesterday I only ate protein bars. I had like 5 of these yesterday. I don't know, like I'm losing my taste for a lot of food just because of how sick I feel a lot of the time. And it's easy mentally for me to eat something like this, especially because it kind of tastes like candy. Like it doesn't taste like food. This tasted like a peanut butter cup. These kind of taste like peppermint patties, which I like. And sometimes I just need something that doesn't taste like food that I can just eat and not think about. Does that make sense to you guys? Those who have digestive problems, or at a certain point, it just feels like I don't want to even think about eating food. And then you end up eating something like this a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get this flavor in bulk. I think it's better than the mint. But anyway, I'm procrastinating mixing up this MiraLAX because I don't want to do it. So we have the big MiraLAX and the small MiraLAX, and I'll try to use up the small one first. Also, I have Benadryl now, just to keep on hand for whenever I have allergic reactions to random things that we have no idea why and don't make sense. I have to keep that on hand now. The nausea is hitting from that protein bar. Like I told you, nothing sits right. Like I'm just so tired of thinking about eating because eating makes me so sick. Like it's frustrating when I feel like I can't acknowledge the mental aspect of this, because yes, I fight so freaking hard. I fight so hard that I've been vomiting every single night this week because I've fought so hard to eat enough. And then I've been having like vomiting for hours and all that stuff. Like I fight so hard, but at a certain point when every day eating is a fight, it's just like, I just want to eat these and just not think for a little while. We're not gonna throw up yet. So I'm breaking these out. And then I should have... The nausea is hitting so hard right now. This is not gonna be a good day. It's not gonna be a fun time. But anyway, I have this cherry juice. What I'm thinking is that I'm gonna do like a cherry juice Spindrift MiraLAX thing, which used to be my go-to whenever I used to drink MiraLAX all the time. If you've been watching for over a year, you know my MiraLAX Mocktail situation. So let me get this going. And I think I'm gonna turn the camera so you can kind of see. Mason jar. Then we add some of this tart cherry juice. Yeah, it must still be good. So I'm gonna add some of that. Let's see how much I added. Added like 4 ounces. All right, then I think I can do several of these. I would say maybe 3, maybe 2 or 3 of those. So we have the base, and then how much MiraLAX should I start with? So we have some MiraLAX. Let's do 2 capfuls. This just takes me back to the disgustingness that was doing so much MiraLAX for so long. All right, we're gonna do 3. It's like the thought of this is already disgusting me, which is how I know I can't handle the go lightly. And there really isn't like that many other good laxatives out there. A lot of them are stimulant laxatives, and that's not what I need. All right, so there's our MiraLAX. So now we're gonna pop open this bad boy. Let's do it. Get that good ASMR. I feel like I'm gonna puke just smelling it. Dissolves in any beverage. Ask a doctor if you have nausea, vomiting, or abdominal pain. LOL. That's like my literal life over here. #1 doctor recommended brand. I was thinking to myself earlier.
self, should you really have a protein bar before you endeavor upon this? And I was hungry. So I was like, yes, of course I should have a protein bar. I'm freaking hungry and I have all these new flavors to try. Of course I should. I gotta say I regret it now because I'm now super nauseous and I don't want to drink this at all, but I have to. Yeah, I feel like people are quick to assume, doctors are quick to assume that I avoid food because of my symptoms, and honestly, I eat as much as I can without puking almost every day, and this is where I'm at. So take that. I do push myself very hard. Too hard, honestly. I probably should eat less to have less symptoms, but I hate being hungry. I hate being hungry. Being hungry drives me crazy. I hate it. So in a way, being nauseous relieves the mental burden of being hungry and thinking about food, because now I don't want food because I'm nauseous. So it's almost like I have to get to this point because I can't stand to be hungry. So if anyone wants to say I have an eating disorder, don't, because I push myself till I feel like I'm gonna puke constantly. So shut up with that if there are any haters out there that think that. I'm not sure if there are, but I'm calling you out if you are a secret hater. The camera's too low now. It honestly doesn't taste that bad. So it's not the taste that gets me with MiraLAX. It is the texture. MiraLAX, and if you know, you know. Like if you've taken a lot of MiraLAX, you freaking know. It's the texture. MiraLAX gives beverages this like slippery texture that is off-putting. And that's what gets me with the MiraLAX. It's not the taste. It doesn't have a taste. But I got a straw. So I'm gonna put a straw in this and drink it. It is 9 o'clock, 9:30 right now. You see, we have combined Valentine's gnomes with, I don't know what this is, dinosaurs. This is fashion. This is style. This is hypermobility. Anyway, it's actually tasting pretty good now that I'm getting used to it. But I have to drink it really slowly because nausea. And I feel like a lot of doctors, other people in my life don't understand this, and maybe you guys will. But water has so much volume. It can be so painful for me that a lot of times I will have a really hard time motivating myself to drink water or any liquids, especially if I'm knowing that I'm not eating enough. With water, I know it has no nutrition, no calories, and it's just gonna hurt me. I feel like I would rather have the nutrition from food. There are times where I'm really choosing, do I drink some water? Do I eat something? Yeah, I mean, I still stay hydrated, but it's just like I have to force it. Drinking water is no longer a fun activity for me. Like every time that I drink water, I have to motivate myself to do it and push myself to do it. MiraLAX Mocktails are the only way I'm gonna drink MiraLAX anymore. Like, no Gatorade. No, I'm MiraLAX Mocktail girly. I'm watching Mamma Mia, and I'm chilling with my little blankie. My little MiraLAX mocktail. Getting to the end. This will take hours to have any effect. Like emotionally, I'm starting to feel better just doing this because I feel like I'm taking control of my body. Like this is going to do something that I'm in control of. Because it just feels like I do spend every day like doing all this stuff for my motility, and my body still finds a way to be like, screw you, I'm not gonna move, I'm not gonna do this. And so I'm like, fine, I will drink all the MiraLAX that I have and I will cleanse you, body, and then I will be in control. Like, screw you, I'm finally not gonna be trapped by you for one day, just one measly day. I will be in control and you will move intestines because I'm gonna drink all this MiraLAX. It's just very mentally hard to feel out of control of your body constantly. And I feel like anyone with any physical illness could relate to that. And feeling trapped in my body has made me feel a lot of stuff mentally that I haven't felt in a long time. That's not good. And it's just really been messing with me. I try to be as positive as I can on this channel, but there is a reality of living with this that can never be documented in video. I think there's a reality living with most illnesses that can never be really documented, even in our world of over documentation. My stomach is so full, it's like, please stop. So I'll give it some time. It's been about an hour. It's 10:30 now. Started this at 9:30, so it took about an hour to drink this, so I guess I'll wait another hour and then go for round two. We'll see how many rounds I can do today. Update on the ALOHA bar situation. Peanut butter chip is not chocolate coated. Like you can see, it's just like got chunks of peanuts and chunks of chocolate chips, and it's not as good as peanut butter cups, so I will not be repurchasing peanut butter chip. These are important notes that no one asked for. Alrighty, we are going in for round two. Spindrift.
cherry juice. How many rounds of this am I gonna do today? Probably at least 3. There's more in this thing than I thought there was. And that's not a full cap. How many servings are in this, does it say? 14 doses. So I think 14 doses in a day is about colonoscopy prep levels, but I think we might end up doing like 9 doses. We'll see how many I can do. But anyway, this is capful number. I'm also doing pretty full capfuls. Like I'm feeling a little overfull. Anyway, this is the 3rd, and we did 3 in the last one. So we'll stop at 3. It's kind of heavy to lift, but yeah, let's go for round 2. Cheers. Alrighty, so I have put on real clothing because Robert and I went out for a little while. My car was getting an oil change, so we had to pick up my car. And then Robert wanted to get some lunch, so he got some lunch. I didn't have lunch with him, which happens all the time. It used to be weird when we first started doing it, but now it feels just very normal for us to go out and for Robert to get food and for me not to. The only food I've had is those 2 ALOHA bars, and I'm gonna keep the ALOHA bar train going, but all I have are like the mutilated ones left. So I have this chocolate brownie one, but it's like, feels like it's been broken in half. And then I have this one that has like been through something. And then I have these, which I like these. I've had this before and this is a good flavor. I have several of the coconut ones. But I guess since we're trying to try the flavors, that adds something more to this video than just me doing prep. And if I was doing real colonoscopy prep, I would obviously use like pineapple juice and like maybe lime spindruff. I wouldn't be using stuff that has the color red for obvious reasons. But since I'm not getting a real colonoscopy, I had cherry juice in the fridge. That's what I'm using. But I think this would taste equally as good with like pineapple juice and like lime spindruff. That would also be really good, I think. All right, let's see what's happening with this flavor. It's a chocolate coated one, and I feel that the chocolate coated ones generally are better than except for, did you guys see that? So I lost half of it, which is unfortunate, but this is the other half. So this looks like straight chocolate. That's really good. It's not as good as the mint though, or the peanut butter. It's kind of like just plain chocolate. So I wish that it had like either mint or peanut butter in it. So I wouldn't buy these again either. I guess I'm just gonna have half of this then. Just the other half fell. Time to go for round 3. So it's 2 p.m. It is just a little bit starting to hit me. I've had one movement, which was just before I started filming this. So that's where we are with it hitting me. Like I said, I'll probably feel the bulk of this tomorrow. Hopefully it cleanses me. If not, I'll have bigger problems. Anyway, onwards to round 3. Oh gosh. All right, y'all, so it's 4:30 and I'm still working on round 3. It's kind of hard just because I'm really nauseous. I did have my last food that I'm gonna have for the day. I had my favorite mint ALOHA bar and it was good, but I'm really nauseous. So yeah, that's my last food for the day. It's an ALOHA bar and MiraLAX Mocktail day. I'm gonna go for round 4. I wanna get to 12 capfuls of MiraLAX today, and this brings me to 9. Anyway, bottoms up. I'll let you know when I hit round 4, which will be the final round. Robert is being nice and keeping me company while I lay on the couch and we watch TV because I can't really do anything else. I am down to only 1 grapefruit spindrift in the fridge. So Robert just brought these up from the car. This is another flavor that I like. I feel a little brain foggy because it's hitting and I've been to the bathroom several times. But now that I'm in this, I feel like I need to keep going and like go as hard as possible. Like if I can do another round, maybe I'll do another round of that. Because if I don't do as many rounds of this as possible, like what is the point? So anyway, I'm gonna put this into the fridge and we're back for round 4. All right, so because this is warm, I think what I'm going to do is make round 4 and then just put it in the fridge. And I have 1 grapefruit and 1 of these, so I'll mix them together. I'm gonna go for round 4. So let's get it going again. Power wash and intestines day. I wonder how often I'm gonna have to do this. I'm really conflicted about whether or not I want to go up on my Linzess dose or if I should just do this like every month. It really depends on how the next month goes, what's gonna happen with my Linzess dosage. All right, so this is the end of round 4. I'm almost through it. And I gotta say, the raspberry spindrift, I'm trying to get in the camera frame. The raspberry spindrift tastes really a lot better with the cherry juice than the grapefruit spindrift did. It's really, really delicious. And I thought about it, and I decided I'm gonna go for round 5, which is gonna put me at 15 capfuls of MiraLAX for the day. But like I said, if I'm going to power wash my intestines, I need to go hard with it. It's hitting me, like I said earlier, but I'm mildly concerned that it's not hitting me as hard as I feel that it should be. So hopefully a 5th round will be enough to fully cleanse myself, because it's not even close at this point. Might hit me more tomorrow once I've slept on it. I don't know. All right, we're doing this one last time. We have 2 raspberry lime spindrifts. We obviously have plenty of MiraLAX, and we still have plenty of this tart cherry juice. So I just looked it up because Robert was like, are you just doing a colonoscopy prep? And I was like, maybe, I don't know how much. When I did my colonoscopy prep a year and a half ago, I did a more intense version than this. I knew that I had slow intestines, so I did 2 days of prep. Most people don't do that. But I looked up like what it is for like someone that doesn't have slow intestines to do a colonoscopy prep. And it is, you drink half a bottle of MiraLAX, half of the small bottles. So it's like 7 MiraLAX capfuls the day before in the evening. And then 4 hours before, you drink the other half. And you can also add to that 4 Docalax tablets. And I'm permanently on Linzess, so I feel like that kind of counts for that. And now I'm doing 15 capfuls of MiraLAX, heaping capfuls, which is more than you would do for a normal colonoscopy prep. Just on a Saturday, just to make sure my body's functioning properly. So yeah, let's get into it. Last time. Here we go. Here we go. I keep spilling it. It must be at the end of my rope. But I feel like I gotta have footage of myself making all 5. So people know that I'm really doing it. I'm not just lying about it on the internet. This is sort of be a strange thing to lie about on the internet though. Like of all the things you could lie about on the internet.
Alrighty, so I'm ending the vlog. I did finish round 5, and like a couple hours ago, it's 11 p.m. now, and around 9, I said to Robert, I was like, I feel like it's not hitting me properly. I feel like I'm going, but it's not the volume it needs to be. It's not the level of liquid that it needs to be. I told him I was really freaking out. And then basically after I told him that, I finished my 5th round of the solution, and it hit me hard. I've gone many times in the past 2 hours, and I'm feeling so much less nauseous. This is the first day that I have not thrown up in like a week. It has been so bad with the vomiting, and today I have not thrown up at all, and I've had a lot of liquid, so I feel like things might be improving with this whole clear out. And I've even had a little bit of midnight snacks, honestly. Robert and I have been having some saltine crackers, and then I also had a little spoonful of almond butter, my favorite kind of almond butter, to kind of end the evening, especially after having so much sugar in the form of the fruit juice and the spindrifts. Like my blood sugar was feeling all over the place, and I wanted something that was higher in fat. So the almond butter was a good way to end the night after also having all these, not all of these because Robert had some, but like after having some saltine crackers. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for bearing with me through all the motions, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.